In this video, we're gonna talk about solar sales follow-up and how to do it right. Coming up. All right, thank you so much for tuning in once again on another solar video on the channel. My name is Ivan and I have a solar growth marketing agency, and we actually specialize in solar growth, which is lead gen and solar sales. All right, we have trainings, modules, a lot of that good stuff that help you win in solar. But in this video, what I want to talk about is how to do follow-up the right way, so it obviously results in more appointments and more sales. Okay, I see it time and time again, people that say they do follow-up, but they don't do it the right way. And follow-up is not just about quantity. It's not just about, hey, I rang that customer, 7 times and nothing happened, right? It's about quantity, but also quality, okay? And that's what I want to do in this video. So make sure you watch it all the way throughout if that's what you're struggling with. If that's your strongest point, that's fine. Maybe you could still learn something new. But hey, if you're brand new to the channel and you haven't subscribed, make sure you click the link right here or down below and subscribe. Make sure you turn your bell notifications on so you get notified every time you upload a new video. If you want to grow your solar sales, make sure to check us out and schedule a call with either myself or somebody on the team. We'll strategize and help you out step by step to get you to your desired destination as far as your solar sales. So make sure you schedule a call down below. Anyway, in talking about follow-up, you've probably already heard it that riches are in the follow-up. It's not the initial contact. It's not 2 or 3 times. Most people actually respond, meaning you will get to talk to someone on average of 7 to 12 touches, okay? And I'm talking about the people that don't answer the phone right away. I'm talking about the other ones that don't answer the phone. Now, there's a certain percentage of people that will never answer the phone. That's probably around, it's different depending on the market, but it's anywhere between 10 to 20% of people that will just never answer the phone no matter what you do, okay? And those people we don't go after. We go after the ones that are our potential customer, right? The ones that we could potentially convert to a paying customer and we can actually get a deal signed, all right? But there's systematic ways to get to that point. It's not just call it the customer, read out the script, get an appointment, close a deal. Sometimes it's not that simple. It's still simple, but if you know how to do it the right way. And so if you're already running ads in solar, or you're thinking about obviously advertising on social media, Facebook, YouTube, Google, or any other platform out there to grow your business, and you know how an ad works, which is a compelling ad will always have a hook, right? That needs to correspond to every single other communication channel that you have for your customers or your potential customers, right? Which means if your ad, which is what got your potential customer in the first place, that needs to be congruent with everything else that you're doing, right? And a prime example for this is, imagine you're running an offer, right? For example, let's say we're gonna pay you $1,000 or we're gonna pay you $2,000 if you go solar or whatnot, right? And that's your offer. That's what you have. That's what you have as a hook, right? To get eyeballs and to ensure that the customer interacts with that offer and it grabs their attention so they could continue on down the funnel, which is get onto the landing page, educate themselves on how solar works, and then leave their information, fill out the quiz, whatnot, right? So if that's what you had eliminate your bill and get paid $2,000, and then after that, let's say you're not able to get in touch with the customer because you called the following day, maybe it was too late, the lead came in after work, outside of working hours, and you call the following day and the lead doesn't respond. Okay, so what do? You leave a voicemail, right? You leave a voicemail and you leave a email, okay? And then you leave a text message, okay? Text. Every single form of communication right here, when you want to do it right, is you have to repeat. Put it right here. Big letters. Repeat the offer to the customer so they could remember what they clicked online, what happened, so they could remember what was the experience like, what got their attention, okay? When you're leaving a voicemail, when you're leaving an email, and when you're leaving a text message, every single one of these channels, you have to treat it as an ad. So imagine if you have an ad online and you have an offer, an irresistible offer, which gets people's attention, and then later on, when you're not able to get in contact immediately with the customer, you leave a voicemail, let's say an email and text message, right? But when you're leaving a voicemail, you don't repeat the offer and you say something completely different. So so people cannot even understand why you're calling about. And then you're wondering, well, how come they don't get back to me? Because they either don't remember, or if they do, it doesn't sound compelling enough. Because the first time around, when they were online, they were randomly scrolling through Facebook or Instagram, and they saw the offer. That's what got their attention in the first place. And when you don't repeat it back to them, it's like, oh, okay, they just got my information and now they're talking about solar. That's what it looks like to people, right? That's what it looks like to people, and that's why they don't respond. Because you think the cycle is closed when they fill out the information, when they give you their personal details, and then you start bombarding them with calls that don't correspond with the offer. So very, very key point here. Everything needs to lead, okay, with the offer. What was the offer? Repeat it back to them, right? Say it in a different way, but repeat it back to them. Repeat it back to the customer what they're gonna get. What is the benefit? Why they even did this in the first place, right? Entice them. There's no way of enticing the customer by saying, hey, you filled something online and now we want to talk to you about solar. That's what most people do. They don't mention again eliminating your bill, making sure your bill is zero and you get paid to eliminate your electric bill. Most people don't say that. And they don't say that in a compelling way that gets them back in the loop of thinking about it, right? They might have been in a headspace thinking, well, hey, that sounds nice. And now when they're reaching back to me, they're like, oh, okay, this is about solar. It's not. Like, I hope that makes sense, guys. When you're doing this, if you get nothing out of this video, remember, if you got their information online, or somehow you got their information right, and they were enticed by an offer, an irresistible offer, right? Which is what you should have in order to have a lot more leads. And that's, in a sense, what marketing is. That's marketing 101. If you don't have a compelling offer, you don't have marketing, you're just spending money on ads, right? Which is what we help you do, okay? We do everything for you. And if you want to find out more, again, click the link below and schedule a call. Now, so again, if you don't remember anything but this point, every single point of communication should be treated as an ad. That's number one. Number two, repeat the offer, the original offer, back to the customer, right? So they have a lot more points of contact, a lot more times, reminding them what they clicked online, reminding them why they did that, right? Reminding them, hey, if this was $1,000 that you're offering, and you're paying them when they actually, to eliminate their bill, $2,000, remind them, like, touch their pain point. Why is there that they want this $2,000? What are they gonna do with the $2,000? So you need to repeat it back to them in every single communication channel that you have. Could be a voicemail, email, text message, whatever. If you're selling, if you don't do that, you're gonna lose someone's interest, and then you're gonna think, right? I've had a lot of people say to me, well, you know, I got a lot of leads and whatnot, but you know, people don't answer the phone, they don't respond back to me and whatnot. And the clients that we have that are doing it right, they're like, dude, we're killing it. Because they have everything else in order. And that's everything right here. That's everything right. And pitch, I would say pitch. The point number 4 is when you actually get them on the call, right? And when you followed up enough and they answer the phone, the pitch, it needs to be included in the pitch. Because what? You could lose their interest just as quickly as you got it in the first place. If your pitch doesn't involve the offer that they signed up for. Even if it's a lead and let's say they do want to go solo, which I'm telling you most people don't know, right? If you're selling solo to the right customer, most people don't understand fully how solo works. Like, that's for sure, okay? They don't understand how solo works. They don't understand the savings they could be making, and that's the most valuable customer that you could have. Someone who knows very little or next to nothing, and they're an open book and they want to learn, and it'll automatically make sense to them, and they're gonna want to buy. But if you don't say it back to them, it's gonna seem like you just got their information and now you want to sell them right off the bat. Like you're not talking about all the benefits that were mentioned in the ad. You can lose the customer just as quickly as you got it initially. And so that's the point of the pitch. Include it. Make sure you're buying yourself. That's probably something for another video, but when you're pitching a customer, you shouldn't treat someone as if they've already bought, okay? You should treat it as you're still buying yourself time. You're buying yourself time with the customer to stay on the phone with you. You shouldn't think that this customer is just, we figured it out and they want to move forward, so I'm just going to be laid back and chilled and just talk to them. No, it's not like that. You still need to remember, I need to have your sales cap on, and this is a sales conversation. This is a pitch at the end of the day. It's not like this, even if you're talking to the hottest lead, whatever that means, you still need to remember that they need to be reminded of the offer, and so you could get their attention back and they understand what this is about. So I hope this was valuable to you guys. Needless to say that, the point of this video was very, very simple. It could have been compressed into a much shorter video, but I wanted to go in detail and explain to you the mindset and the psychology behind why you want to do these things and why they are so important, all right? Now, the different points of how many times you do voicemails and how many times you do emails and stuff like that, you can figure it out on your own. You can find out what works best for you, right? There's no like a certain number that makes sense for everyone. Okay, so try it out, see what makes the most sense for you when you do your follow-up. We do have some We do have some recommendation in our paid training that we do, but that's still not 100%. You shouldn't take it as if that's the only way to do it, okay? What's the most important out of all, it's not how many times you do it, although that's important too, but you can find out very easily. If you're doing the right follow-up, you can find that out very easily what the number is for you, right? And so voicemail, email, text, and how you pitch. Hope this was of value to you guys. If it was, please give it a thumbs up so more and more people can see it. If it wasn't valuable, then obviously don't leave a like, right? And if the conversation comes up, just bring it up to a friend and show them the channel, show them where you're learning this stuff from. Until next time, keep being awesome, and I'll see you again on the next video. Take care.